Hey guys, today's video is going to be about how to counter what seems to be the new meta, stacked slowdowns. Ever since the 40 perk rework, it's no doubt killers are given a major buff and overhaul. Sadly, the survivor side of this is going to suffer a little bit more, of course. But after testing some builds and straying away from some of my favorite ones, I found something that can help fight this off actually. For the build we have Prove Thyself, Overzealous, Built to Last, and Spine Chill. I'm sure most of us know these perks already, but just for a quick rundown for those that don't know, Prove Thyself increases your repair speed by 15% for each survivor within 4 meters of your location, up to a maximum of 45%, and it's also applied to other survivors within that range. It grants 50, 75, 100% bonus blood points. And then we have Overzealous. After cleansing a totem, Overzealous activates. It increases your repair speed by 6, 7, 8% for a Dole, and then 12, 14, 16% for Hex totems, but it deactivates if you lose a health state by any means. Then we also have Built to Last. Hiding inside of a locker for 14, 13, 12 seconds while carrying a depleted item will replenish its status to 99%, and then each use of Built to Last reduces this percentage by 33%. Lastly, we have Spine Chill. Whenever the killer is within 36 meters of your location, Spine Chill will activate, lighting up the icon, and it will increase your action speeds in repairing, healing, saboing, unhooking, cleansing, blessing, opening, and unlocking by 2, 4, 6%. Now, outside of the build, I didn't talk about it of course, but I do have an engineer's toolbox with brand new part as well as socket swivels, and I also did bring a shot of binding so that I could get some Prove Thyself value going early game. So yeah, the killer obviously has stamina and it makes totems and other stuff slower, but I did end up getting Overzealous value, and then I've also started using my brand new part. Nobody's here with me, but this is still good enough to the point where it overtakes Fan in the first place, so still getting good value. So the nurse is still on our Leon, but I do have time for Built to Last to go off. That way I can squeeze a little bit more out of my toolbox. At this point, our Leon is doing a really good job, and we've got some great value out of our build, but the Leon actually comes over and also helps us with the gen too. And then we're able to finish it off super quick. So just as we finished that gen, she managed to get one down, and then we also managed to pop another gen within that time, and this one's getting ready to pop too with Overzealous value, as well as my toolbox, and Prove Thyself. Obviously, as soon as she unhooks, she's gonna snoop around and she sees us on the gen, but with Spine Chill activating, I get a little bit more of the boost. Fang does leave, but hey, I'm able to finish it anyways, even with another stack of Thana. So with 4 stacks of Thana at this point, no Overzealous value, no toolbox, no Prove Thyself, this is about how slow the gen would normally go, which is pretty bad. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't like to waste time healing. I either prefer looping or just doing the gen straight up, but Thana does make it pretty unbearable, which is why I came up with this build in the first place. So again, I'm going to Build to Last my toolbox, and then we're going to go back at it. But at this point, we've applied a lot of pressure early on in the game, and she notices that, of course. So she does start to play a little bit more aggressively, which is, I guess, understandable, but hey, she's doing what she can. So I waste no time, and I get right over to the gen again, and I use what little juice I have left in my toolbox until it depletes. So at this point in game, I'm suspecting that she's gonna go over to the people healing. She's got barbecue, of course. So there goes the Leon, and then immediately afterwards, Fang was getting healed, so either her borrow time or her off the record gets smacked off of her. And then Fang also goes down, and that's pretty much the game essentially. I don't find Hatch, so I'm gonna just go ahead and try this build again, but on another survivor, which I have stuff on. Again, same build. Okay, admittedly, loading into the map Midwich, I do not like totems on this map, but I know a few areas here and there that may or may not have totems, so. Luckily enough, I find one, and then immediately I get to work right on a gen again. So our teammates are already getting to work as well, just like me. My gen's almost done. And just as my gen's getting ready to pop after those two do, the trapper comes over and spoils the fun. Sadly, I had to abandon my gen, but I did meet up with Fang again, and Prove Thyself is getting to work. And after finishing said gen, I do get hooked, but at this point, there's not a lot of pressure going on in the game, and another gen gets popped anyways, so first hook, 1 gen left. I think we're in a pretty good spot. So this is our last gen, of course, and Prove Thyself again is putting in the work, and although the trapper didn't really have slowdowns, it was still good that I bought the build anyways, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't like playing on Midwich that much. So there we go, that's the game, and that just kind of displays what the build can do in certain situations, whether you've got slowdown or not. So yeah, this round is pretty normal overall, and these are the builds that we had. Pretty average, pretty tame. Let me know what you guys think of this video down below. I am open to suggestions or critiques on the build in the first place, but I hope you guys are able to use it and get out of the slowdown meta. See you in the next one, guys.
Body check を受けた時に
you were
ちょっと
spot
借りて
on.
きたんです。
I got you, Miss Claudette!
こんなものが存在していたとは。